high blood pressure, and 65% of the people over the age of 60 suffer from it. It's a silent killer because there are very few symptoms that people recognize, and therefore you don't know it's happening until it's happening, unfortunately.
And that's what's critical about it. That's when I said started off with being your own health advocate. They say, you know, we're living longer these days. What you do be your own health advocate. I want to just show you colors down here. So we have it available for you in the blue, the pink, and the silver. Each one is at a featured price of $32.92. I've just been advised that the blue is extremely limited, and you're dialing in for V32505. I'm going to put my wrist up, and Lori's going to take my blood pressure. But as you do, will you just talk about who Citizen is,
Absolutely.
and you know, what kind of assurance do we have that these are great numbers?
Clinically accurate, exactly. Well, Citizen was asked by Veridian. You may have seen me on with Veridian blood pressure monitors in the past. This is a combination of Citizen working with Veridian to create a blood pressure monitor that is clinically accurate, because we know Citizen for their accurate timepieces. We know Veridian for their accurate blood pressure monitors. So this is the combination of those two getting together. Right now, what it's doing is it's taking your diastolic rate. It took your systolic rate already. The heart you see pulsing says that it's taking your pulse. Once it's done, it's going to drop into a memory. It's going to hold up to 60 readings. It also has an irregular heartbeat indicator and a body movement indicator, Rachel, because if you move around or have your legs crossed in some way, rather than give you a wrong reading, it's going to tell you that you moved and ask you to take it again. So you're very low. 95 over 58 is very low. So that's something that you watch also when your blood pressure is low, and your pulse is 59. So very good there. And you can see I'm using it to put on your wrist, facing you, the opposite way you would wear a watch. You want to put it where your pulse is, which is on the inside of your wrist. And it works with a hook and loop closure, so it's very easy to put on and take off.
So this is something that you can do yourself. I recommend, in the same way that we have our aspirin or our pain reliever, and we've got our Band-Aids, and we've got our, sweat tape or whatever it happens to be, and like muscle relaxant in some sort of box that's kind of your emergency kit. I think you should have this in your emergency kit, and you should just take it consistently. And then you can bring these to your doctor, right? Because this is how you are your own health advocate, and you are somebody who can say, I've got the information, and share it with your doctor.
Exactly. And a funny story, not really a funny story, but a story is that we were filling these up with blood pressures one time here in the green room, and a young guy who's a good friend of mine was taking his blood pressure, and it kept coming in really high. And I said, do you have high blood pressure? And he said, not that I know of. And I said, you may want to check with your doctor. Well, he went to the doctor 2 days later and found out that a medicine he was on for a sinus infection was actually, it was just an over-the-counter thing that he could take on his own, was making his blood pressure go through the roof. He had no idea that he was at risk for a heart attack during the time that he was taking that medicine. The doctor took him off of it immediately, and it was rectified, but he would have never known because he wasn't feeling like he had high blood pressure. Very rarely do you feel like you have high blood pressure.
So let me share with you, blue, very limited, only about 150 now remaining. So if that's the color that you want, you need to get to the phones just to make sure that you get the right color, $32.92. And then we also have that pink as well as the silver. This also, because of those numbers, again, I'm going to put my wrist up. Will you share with me again, why is this something that we should even consider adding to our kind of medicine chest?
The reason that you should is, and by the way, this comes with the battery, so right out of the box, you're going to be able to use it. But what's important to realize is that the numbers and the statistics are staggering. 1 in 3 adults suffer from high blood pressure. 1 in 3 women suffer from high blood pressure, and you can't see it now. There are 3 of us on this stage. Chances are one of us have it. And 65% of the people over the age of 60 have high blood pressure. If those were, statistics for winning the lottery, everybody would be out buying a ticket. So you really need to have a monitor in your home, and they make it so simple now. Really, Citizens, it's one touch start, one touch stop. It drops your blood pressure into the memory, and it's going to hold up to 60 readings. And what's important about that is you can take it to the doctor and say, maybe I have white coat syndrome today here sitting in your office.
Meaning that your blood pressure is high or something?
Because I'm a little nervous about being at the doctor's office. But here, I'm going to scroll through and show you what my blood pressure has been for the last 60 readings, which gives him a more full picture of your heart health.
And let's talk about how you do it properly, because I kept saying I was being quiet, right?
Right.
So let's show you when you get this home what you'll do in terms of how you put this on. And you can do it yourself, right?
Exactly. You put it on yourself. You're going to face you so that you see it when you're looking down. It's on your pulse. The opposite way of the way you would wear a watch. You attach the hook and loop closure, and you literally press the start button, and you are good to go. And legs uncrossed and no talking. And we even suggest that you do this, Rachel, in the morning when you first wake up. Take it when you first put your feet on the floor to see what your baseline is.
Perfect. Love it. Thanks, Lori Pickford.
Thank you, Rachel.
300 of these have already been spoken for. We have the blue, the silver, as well as the pink. And blue, we now have only fewer than 100 remaining. You're dialing in for V32505. I believe in being your own health advocate. This is one of the ways you can do it. The blood pressure monitor, clinically accurate and 60 reading memory. We've got so much more coming up. In fact, I am going to be back with my pillow in less than 10 minutes. It's a while supplies last price. Pretty awesome for a queen or a king, and you're getting a set of 2 and on Easy Pay. So for under $18, 2 king pillows or 2 queen pillows from My Pillow. We've sold over 3 million. So this is one that's a rock star, H202660. And Dan is going to keep us safe given the fact that it's tax season.
We're shredding, man.
Tax time.
Oh, good times, right?
Tax time. I love the government. I love the IRS. They could be watching.
Guess who's getting audited this year?
Yeah, exactly. We've got a couple different choices in the program that are all about personal safety and making sure that you're getting rid of information that could be just fodder for identity theft.
Sure.
And a good cross-cut shredder is a great way to go. This comes to us from Royal. They were well, they still are, the